What's going on, guys? Chris from CG Wraps. Today we got a E92 M3 in for a color change. He's going satin black on this one from Cheetah Wraps. One of my favorite colors, especially on this car. Nice, simple, looks good in all the curves. So currently it's white. It's got some nice TE37s on it. Already has a headlight tint on it. Satin black's gonna look phenomenal on this. It also has carbon fiber roof, being an M3. So that is actually gonna stay, as well as the mirrors. Those are gonna stay. Everything else is gonna be changed. Going full satin black on this one. Also tinting the taillights. Taillights are gonna be tinted to give it that nice smoked evil look. It's gonna be a big change from the white. It's gonna look beautiful. So what I'm gonna be doing is showing how to fully disassemble and wrap this car all at your house or in your garage or out front of your, wherever you wanna do. Also, if you're wondering why there's still spackle on the walls and the ceiling's all gross and that's not fully done, corners aren't done. I just got this shop and been slowly redoing it, but have customers, you know, already that need their cars done. So I'm just trying to work in between the cars on the weekends. So I like to be pretty organized when I'm taking things apart. So I have a ton of baggies for literally every panel, every piece that you could think of that's coming off. I have a bag for it. 3 8mm. After you remove the carpet, this side will be the same. Remove the carpet, and then there will be 3 8mm, and then these will come right off. Very simple, unplug them. Before removing these, the bottom piece, you just slide towards the front of the car, and it will actually slide, these little sliders. And then these are a bunch of clips. There's clips all in here through the whole front. And those you just pull off. Just be mindful of the clips. Sometimes they could be brittle and break. So just be mindful when you're pulling it up. Now to get the mirrors off, you need to pull the speaker out. You just kind of pull it up to the left and then just let it hang. And then there's 1, 2, and then you pull the rubber back. And there's the third one there. These are Torx 30s, I believe. Now for removing the fender gill, you're gonna wanna tape this off because you don't wanna destroy your paint. And you just wanna pry up on this side first, and this will come right out and pull right out. And then it has a light connector on the back, just unplug it, and that's it, very simple. So to remove the door handle, you just need to pull this rubber back. There's a Torx 25 that you have to unscrew. And once you unscrew that, you can pull this right out. I've already pulled it out. Yours might have a stopper. This one did not, it must have been off before. And then you just pull out on this. And you got the lockout. The light does stay. When you go to pull this out, you do need to move the light, which I'll show you in a second. So you do need to move the light just to the side. Lift up a little bit and out. Yours may have a wire, it may not. This M3 does. So you just lift up on the tab and pull it out. As for removing the tail lights, these lights, and the switch to pop the trunk open, you will need to remove the rear trim. It's just a bunch of clips, and then that'll come right down. Very simple, so I'll show you how to do that. Okay, when removing the tail light, the inner one on the trunk, so there's a plastic clip. This one's not even on right. You just undo this one 10mm nut. I've already removed this one. Took the 10mm off. This is what the clip looks like. Looks like this. It's supposed to go straight up and down. The other one's like this. It's supposed to go like this. Once you remove that plastic piece slides in first. So you got to pull the inside piece out and then out. As for removing these little lights, you could just stick a flathead. There's a little opening. You just stick a flathead and push to the opposite direction and they come right out. This one, same thing, you put a flathead and push to the right. So to get these side skirts off, there is a bunch of plastic, I already took them off. There is a bunch of plastic Torx bits underneath, Torx screws. And there is one 8mm in the back and a pop clip back there to pop it out. And then once all those are removed, you can pop this trim piece off. And underneath that is another set of just pop clips. They're super simple, and then once that's off, the side skirt will come off. There is some clips holding it in. They're a little difficult to get off, but a little bit of force and it comes right off. As for removing the front bumper, this is on the driver's side, you're gonna have to remove some bolts. We got some 8mm and some 10mm. We are missing a few, there's one missing there. I believe there's 8 or so, and you need to remove there's some way up top, about middle of the fender. Got one here, and one there. And that should be it for as far up. And then the rest are just down low in a row here. There's one right there. That's also a 10, so there's 3 10s right there. And then the rest are all 8mm. Now for the passenger side, it's the same concept, pretty much in the same spot. There is extra 8mm. There's one in here as well. Otherwise the 10s are all the same, and there is a sensor on the inside of the fender liner on both sides, so just when you take it off, don't yank the fender liner out. But you need to remove the fender liner to get the bumper off, as there's a bolt here and then there's one more up, so you got to take the fender liner out. I'm sure you could pull it, but I don't want to damage it. So there is some 8mm on the bottom of this. This one doesn't have them, doesn't have a plate down there. So you're just gonna have to remove Torx bits up top. There's 4 of them. Now the last 2 bolts are 8mm. There's one up front and one in right there. There's that on both sides, and then the bumper will come right off. So for removing the headlights, you're gonna have to remove an 8mm down in here. And there is 1, 2, 3, and 4 Torx bits. I believe that is all to get it off. I'm not too sure. And then you do need to unclip the sprayer. Just push in these 2 tabs, it slides down. And then the hose, I mean, this one's not on right. But they just clip into this, you just pull it off. Then you can pull the headlight out, as well as this housing piece that holds it in. This also has to come out. So to remove the fender, there's a lot you gotta do. I think there's 12 10mm and 1 8mm, I believe. So first, you got all the ones on the top, which will be visible. There's one on the inside, you gotta open the door and go in through this side. And then these 2, you actually have to pull the fender liner back and go in this way. They're kind of a bitch to get to, but just pull the fender liner back and kind of squeeze your way in. And then there's gonna be 2 on the bottom after you remove the side skirt. Going up, you remove those, and then there's a 10mm here, and then this is an 8mm. You can either take this one off, or there's one that screws into the front, into the fender. You could remove that one, either or. So the car is all ready to go. Disassembly wise, we have everything disassembled. So what you do next is you're going to clean the car if it wasn't already cleaned, and clay bar it. So you want to clay bar it because the wrap will only come out as good as the paint. So if there's little flakes on the paint, you know, it's gonna show through the wrap and it's gonna show imperfections. So you definitely wanna make sure everything's thoroughly cleaned. So right now we're gonna go through with soapy water and a clay bar. Day one is complete. We have everything taken apart as far as our liking. We got the hood done. We have this passenger door done. Mirrors back on, trim pieces back on, roof trim piece. Quarter panels all finished up. Everything's looking good. Got the trunk all done. And he wanted the taillights tinted, so I went ahead and tinted the inside ones. Day two about to start. Today, I would like to get done this door, this quarter panel, maybe the fenders. We'll see, maybe the rear bumper. I just want to get this car looking complete. Alright guys, end of day two. Didn't get too much done today because I had people coming in and out and talking to customers and whatnot. But we did get this door and this quarter panel done. Day three, about to go down. I'm gonna try getting both fenders done and the rear bumper. I gotta take this diffuser off and get the little grill piece in there.